Hey, what's happening YouTube? We're back in the shed for another episode of Mark's Shrimp Room. Even though we're in the shed with the koi. Oh yeah, I thought today I'd just do a short video on koi care in the winter and in the autumn, winter and the spring, really, just going through. As you can see, my little gang here is getting quite active. Temperature in the shed today is, I don't know if you can see that up there, 10.5. Now I would say with the temperature about 10.5, if it stays at around 10 degrees centigrade, that's 50 Fahrenheit, for more than a week, I start to feed them wheat germ. This is the one that I use, made by Medikoi Junior. It's with the garlic, which helps with their immune systems. Feed it to them every other day, I would, really, when you start to feed. I mean, even now, you might get a temperature swing. It's still pretty unsafe to... I'm not feeding them as yet, but all you need is a cold snap, and they've got a load of food in their stomachs, and it'll just sit in there, and it won't digest, and they'll become sick. It'll rot in their stomachs, and they'll be very unwell. As you can see, they're asking for food, but it's only been 10 degrees for maybe a day and a half, so I'm not really going to chance it yet until it stays above 10 degrees before we start throwing the pellets in. But yeah, I'd say when the water starts to raise up again, when you're starting to get then above sort of 15 degrees, which is sort of 60 Fahrenheit, you can just start introducing it slower. Never be in a rush to feed your fish. And you've got to bear in mind as well that your pond is bacteria. Well, the fish in the bacteria's stomach and in the pond are low, because they haven't been food in there for some time. So if you start bunging handfuls of food in there, your water's going to go up in ammonia, the nitrates, and because your filter's not really primed ready for it, and you'll end up with a big ammonia outbreak or a big spike, which is going to do your fish a lot of harm. So I wouldn't be too keen on throwing food into them too quickly. Like I said, I don't know if I've sold you on a previous video to this, but I run a Nexus 200 made by Evolution Aqua on this system. We're going to be doing a back flush on that in a couple of, maybe about 3 weeks time. So if that's another video you'd like to see, subscribe to my videos and press that little bell on the right hand side of the screen, and any new videos that I put up will pop up in your to watch list. Like I say, really, when it gets up to around 20 degrees Celsius, centigrade, sorry, you can start feeding them higher protein foods. Personally, I feed them Saki Akari Balance, which they absolutely love. They nearly leap out the pond to get that when they've warmed up a bit. Yeah, they're a lot of fan of that. Then obviously, then you can go into the silkworm pupae and the different river shrimps that you can buy in the shops. I feed them that as well. Live mealworms, I feed them those. Still got the covers on outside, as you can see. Still a few leaves on the top there. I'm going to have to start giving the garden a good overhaul shortly. Just de-weeding everything. Like I say, a lot of bulbs coming up now. It's going to look nice in a few weeks time. Take out all the dead rubbish out of the pots. Get some new plants in as well, and generally start tidying up the place, ready for the oncoming season, which is always exciting. Waterfall's still running nice and well. Water's crystal clear. I'm running a UV on this as well, which I can show you, which is down here. It's a Pro Clear UV 55. That's my little date there, which I put that was the date I changed the bulb at last. Don't know if you got that. And obviously that goes through my pump system there. That is for the waterfall. It's got two switches on there, which I can swap it on and off when I'm doing maintenance. That's a pipe which I run in there for my big charcoal filter made by Aqua Illuminations as well. I can quickly show you that. You come through to the shed. It's buried. Sorry, I'll have to uncover it for you. But that's it there, and it's huge. It's packed with carbon, and it runs from my little tap there, and it goes through, so it dechlorinates all the water. And I've got this on a very slow drip feed, so it'll comes through. If you come back through, I can show you that hose pipe just there coming through, and it slowly trickles out of there onto the into the pool. I've got an overflow in the skimmer box at the other end, which obviously, so it just slowly, it's always refreshing the water constantly. It's off at the moment because I don't want the temperature to fluctuate too much, but as the season progresses I'll turn it on, and we should have some nice clear water going in when the old bacteria starts kicking in again. Like I say, if you're going to be feeding your koi early in the season, make sure you're feeding them weak germ, no high protein foods of anything of that nature, because you will have problems if you have a cold snap, and it's not fair on your fish. They're not going to grow massively in just a few weeks of feeding them and getting a few more inches on them early in the autumn. It just doesn't really happen. It's only when the high protein food sort of comes in, I find they tend to put the weight on. I've got a big fat aranda in here somewhere. I'm not sure where he is. He normally comes out and says hello. Might be a little bit cold still. But yeah, I got some nice fish in here. Certainly picked them up last year. And I don't know if you can see them down there at all. I'll try and get a better shot out of the light from the reflection of the window. Yeah, got a nice gahaku. Nice Sankey in there, Showa, Tancho Sankey. I think, well, he is a Tancho Sankey. He's got a little bit of black on his back, so he's not a true Tancho, but he's still a superb fish. Nice Platinum Ogan, Yumbuki Ogan, nice Deutz, or Deutzu, the Chagoi, and like I say, and my little aranda called Frank. But I'm not sure where he is. He's done a disappearing act. He sometimes goes and hides. I've got another pump at the other end, and sometimes he goes and hides in there. I've got to do a bit more work on the stonework this year as well. Get a few more plants in here. Actually, up on the ceiling here, I'm going to get a grow light in here. I'm going to plant various plants around the place and see if we can get some plants growing up the sides of the walls, which should look quite nice. And some on the windows as well. Maybe put some hanging baskets or something up in there with different species of, I don't know, some spider plants or something in there that's not going to drop a lot of leaves into the pond. Let me know what any plants you think I should put in here in the comments below. Be much appreciated. Got my little Chinese guys over there. Japanese figurines, sorry. That's one thing I've got to do this year, is alter that black return pipe from my pump. I might shorten that a bit and try and hide it a little bit more. I run a sequence pump on there. You can see it down here. Absolutely amazing pumps, so energy efficient and so quiet. I'm going to change the plumbing as well, because I did have a UV in here coming across, and on the base, and then on the top here I had the heater. I had an inline heater which I've taken off, because I've got this one now when I plug it in, which hides down there. just an absolutely huge monster. It's a 2 kilowatt heater. Just in case I need one, I've got it there. It's really good actually, because I've got my other tanks as well, so if I want to heat up a bucket of water, it takes about 1.5 seconds to bloody warm it up. It's amazing. Probably cost me about £10 to heat it up mine, but there you go. Such is the aquatics game. Nothing's cheap. That's another thing I'd say as well, if you're getting into all these fish tanks and different things, eBay, that's what I say, because new stuff's so expensive these days to buy. A lot of the stuff that I get, which is off eBay or Craigslist if you're in the US, places like that, Facebook pages, all the media sites, keep your eyes out for people that are selling things. Most of the majority of the stuff I get is second hand. Like you say, in my shed now I'm going to fit in a few more tanks, and we're going to be keeping some different species of fish and some different species of shrimps as well. I got the my room, I think this weekend, I think hopefully all the coral is going to be gone from the room, so then I can start scrubbing that all out. I'm starting to make a go on that. I'm itching to get in there and start to do it. I've bought some media, I've bought some other bits and bobs which I'll show you on a later video. And yeah, we'll crack on with that. I'm looking forward to doing it. I say I like my projects and my hobbies. It'd be nice to get this all opened up too. Get the sunshine back in here so I can sit outside again and sit on my little bamboo chairs. I've got some leaves to clean up there. I've got a bird feeder to fill up with seeds because they've nicked them all already. Poor little guys must be freezing. And yeah, as you can see, things are looking a bit green. I'll get the jet washer out there soon and we'll give that a good blast and clean everything up and bleach the boards, because they do get a bit green, and it's a bit of an ice skating rink out there when you go out there first thing in the morning, and you could end up on your ass quick. I've done it before, believe me, and it happens fast. Yeah, growing back here, some lovely moss growing on the stones. Look at that, creeping up nice stuff, just the right light conditions. I did seed a bit of moss in amongst the stones when I did it. That must have been the only part. I did some that side as well. Over there you can see it, but it's not actually doing as well as this stuff here. I did have a big piece inside the waterfall, but it's the flow of the water actually dragged it out and threw it in the pond, and the koi ate it, so that didn't last long. But that bit's actually thriving there. It's doing really well. Might take a few bits off of there and put them around again. And obviously when I get the grow lights in here as well, everything should start flourishing. Then I might put 2 up on the ceiling. I got a couple of LEDs from a previous project which I can hang up in here and put them on a timer to mimic the daylight hours, and that should be great fun to get that done. Here's the fellas again. All spotty dog, lovely condition, all healthy and eager to have some food, but not quite yet, my mates, because we don't want you getting sick. That's the last thing we want. Anyway guys, if you do like my videos, please like, share and subscribe for more. I really appreciate it. And the guys who have subscribed, like I've said on my other previous videos, thanks very much for subscribing to me. It means the world. It's something that I've started to enjoy doing, and I just hope people will start following me a bit more and give me a few more subscribes and comments and all that. And if I can help them out in any way, shape or form, then I shall. Just leave me comments in the description below, please, and I'll do it. Okay, I'm going to sign off now, so it's goodbye from me and the koi. And on the next video, I think you'll see about the koi. I'll be back flushing and doing maintenance on the filter. So tune in for that one, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, be safe, bye for now.